Hi guys, so today we're going through some wedding video clips that I have accumulated and made a wedding vlogs out of. So obviously during the day of, I wanted to live the whole day and I didn't want to film, so I asked my bridesmaid Joelle to film for me. So this video starts with her getting coffee and getting to the Airbnb we rented next to the Science Center. A lot of other clips that you'll see are some videos that our guests sent to us after the wedding, and I thought they were really funny, so here you go.
Merci bien. Bonne journée.
We're good to go. Hey! Hello! So beautiful!
While the guys were preparing the room, the girls and I were preparing for hair and makeup, and we also did a little photo shoot. And a funny thing is that in the Airbnb, it was really hot and we're all sweating, but we got through the pictures and I think they're gonna look good.
Hello!
C'est quoi, il y a des
C'est
godots
beau
chez
tes
vous?
cheveux, est-ce qu'on peut voir derrière?
C'est en processus. En processus. Hey, mangez les filles, hein, pour vrai.
Oui!
Manger maintenant parce que dans
Hello!
10 minutes,
On prend-
Parfait. Are you good for your speech?
Regardez comment moi je suis bien.
oui, oui.
The videographer then asked me to say a couple words to put as voiceover over the official wedding video, but that part was a little bit awkward because I'm not used to being so cheesy. But I said a couple words and I hope it turns out okay. The official wedding video will be probably posted in a couple months because our videographer was very busy during wedding season, and we're gonna get the video just in a couple months.
We're officially leaving.
On est prête, on s'en va prendre des photos avec les petits gars, puis on a pris des photos avec les filles, ça s'est bien passé. Next was our first look. So the guys left the wedding location to go near a beautiful location for a first look. The girls also joined them later. Apparently they waiting for us for a long time and it was really hot outside, so Frank was like all sweaty and nervous and his hands were moist. But we got through it. It was really fun.
Everybody wants to assist. On va... Frank est tout haut, qui t'attend.
Donc, reculez de 3 pas, puis marchez. Vous allez juste descendre, ok? 3, 2, 1, go! Lentement, on se regarde.
They just arrived.
Next, we did a photo shoot with the whole bridal party. We walked around the old port. It was a little bit awkward, obviously, because I'm wearing this huge white dress and people are staring, but whatever, it's fine. I'm hoping the picture will turn out well. For the welcome sign, we had a beautiful drawing from my cousin, actually, that she made it herself. And it was a surprise. We printed out super big and it was the first thing that people would see entering the venue. The room that we had was totally empty. We rented furniture and also the guys were there starting at 8 a.m. to place all the light garlands and all the other decorations. It was my first time seeing the room all put together. It was really beautiful. I got a little bit of emotion. The lights were beautifully placed by the guys. The flowers were beautiful. I want to mention that for the florist, originally we had another florist, but she had to cancel on us because of some health issues. So last minute, a month before the wedding, we had to find a new florist. But the new one that we found was really great. I was really happy because I sent emails to a lot of places and they were all booked, obviously, during wedding season. But the one that we were able to rebook did an amazing job. The flowers were beautiful. They also had some extra flowers to place in case we needed a little bit more around the venue. Before the guests arrived, we also had a Chinese tea ceremony, which symbolizes that we accept each other into our families. So basically what happens is that we invited our immediate family only. We kneel before them, we offer them tea, and in return they offer us some red envelopes with money in it. And it symbolizes that they accept us. It wishes us some health, happiness, prosperity. Essentially, the tea ceremony is very important in the Chinese culture, and it's just really fun to integrate a little bit of culture into our wedding because we're joining two different cultures together. Then all the guests started arriving and we were getting ready for the official wedding ceremony. So Frank and his mom walked down the aisle first. Then we had the groomsmen, and the funny thing is that we asked the groomsmen to also be some flower boys. So they had some fanny packs with some petals in it and also a couple can of beers. And so they kind of danced around, threw some petals, and also offered some beers to the guests. We then had the bridesmaid walk down, and also Frank's sister, brother-in-law, and our two nieces that were the ring bearer. Then we had my dad and I walk down the aisle. I promised myself I would not start bawling, but I cried like after 2-3 steps. I don't know if it was because I was tired or the song that was playing made me emotional, but I cried the whole way down. It was kind of like laughing and crying at the same time. During our vows, which were very emotional, I continued crying. And also what's funny is that we did not talk to each other or show each other our vows, but everything that we said kind of was very related, and we even had like stories that were very similar. Some guests were not able to make the ceremony because that day apparently there was a lot of traffic, but I did not even notice, and everything went well. Was the cocktail hour, which lasted around an hour and a half. We had some sushis, we have some hors d'oeuvres, but obviously Frank and I ran around. We did not have the time to eat. We wanted to welcome and greet everyone, so we did not eat. But I think the adrenaline, when you're so excited and seeing everybody that you love, just like goes, the hunger goes away. So we were just very excited to see everyone together. During the cocktail, we also had a slideshow with a lot of pictures from the relationship of Frank and I throughout the years. So we've been together for almost 12 years now. So every year I made a slide with some pictures of us. Next was our grand entrance, and what is fun is that our whole bridal party kind of prepared or choreographed something for the entrance.
Behind the scenes. Karen, just saying we're doing this for you.
Okay, oui, on est stressé.
The first that were out were Frank's parents, and they had some confettis that they popped. And apparently we were not allowed to have those confettis, and we were almost fined for it. But at the end, we cleaned everything up and they did not fine us, thank God. Then we had my parents come in. So my parents did some ballroom before, so they entered dancing a samba, and it was all choreographed. There was a couple mistakes, but I don't think people noticed. Next was my bridesmaid, and they were really funny. They danced on Cobra Starship's Good Girls Gone Bad. So they had some eyeglasses on and some backpacks and acted like good girls gone bad. So that was fun as well. was Team Groom's turn to do their entrance, and they kind of included a teddy bear named Clément. Clément, or the teddy bear, was an inside joke. It's a teddy bear that they bought during their bachelor party, so it was just a funny story for them. And this little teddy bear was part of the gang during the bachelor party, so they included him back again during the grand entrance. Then after the groom's in, it was our turn to come in, and we were so busy running around for the wedding and choreographing for other stuff and practicing our first dance that we did not plan anything. So we improvised, and because everybody was like standing up and clapping, we really didn't do anything. So we danced right into the dance floor, and then everybody kind of joined us and we all danced together. Then we had the welcome toast by Frank's parents. We kind of restricted everybody's toast to 2 minutes maximum because we know that it can get very long. All the toasts that we had during our wedding were super emotional, very sentimental, but also funny. So we appreciate everybody that did a toast. Next was our first dance, and we practiced a lot for our first dance, but during the actual dance, Frank and I kind of blacked out. I forgot some steps, he forgot some steps. So our first dance was supposed to be 1.5 minutes, and it was probably less than a minute. I don't think people noticed that we actually screwed up some steps. Our MC was super fun. She organized a couple of games, and so to win the centerpiece, people had to dance on the chairs and do a little rock, paper, scissors. It was super funny, people dancing on the chairs, so these are a couple of clips. Then we included a little surprise for a guest. We included a lion dance, and this is also to add a little bit of a culture into our wedding. A lot of guests that were in our wedding, it was their first time seeing a line dance, although I have seen it a couple times. For them, it was very new, so a lot of people really enjoyed it. It was kind of funny because people actually forgot that there were actually guys or athletes under those costumes, so guests were like petting the costumes. Next was my parents. They made a speech that was really emotional and funny at the same time. I was scared at first because my mom's not used to public speaking, and my dad could have gone either way, really awkward or really funny. But both of their speeches were awesome.
And Francis, I couldn't be happier than I am today, knowing that from now on, Karen can count on you.
Unfortunately, my brother Jeffrey could not make it to the actual wedding day, but he was kind enough to send us a video, and his message was really cute as well. I really appreciate it, and I know that he would have wanted to be there, but couldn't that day.
Je suis le petit frère de Karen et maintenant le nouveau beau-frère de Francis. J'aurais tellement voulu être parmi vous ce soir pour célébrer le mariage de ma grande sœur que j'adore autant.
Next was Frank's twin and sister. They made a toast as well. What's funny is that Frank's twin got apparently congratulated 8 times because they do really look similar and they were dressed the same. So that was funny that he mentioned that in his speech.
Moi, je suis Sébastien, son frère jumeau.
Mais non! Mais non!
Marie, je me suis fait dire 8 fois aujourd'hui, félicitations.
Next, it was the father-daughter dance. So Dad and I did a waltz for the first half of our dance, and then we did a little cha-cha to spice things up a little bit. Our dance went really well. I don't think we made any mistakes, so that part was really fun, and I think people also enjoyed it. At first, I was supposed to do my father-daughter dance in my white traditional wedding dress, but the dress was so big that I couldn't dance in it, so we decided to dance in the red dress that I wore. Then we continued with some games. We had a scavenger hunt, which had all the guests participating. So they first had to look for a man's suit, then a man's belt. Another funny thing is that they had to take a selfie with me, and then the last step was to chase after Frank and catch him.
Step 2, we're going to prendre un selfie avec Karen. 1, 2, 3, go!
We also had a cake cutting, so I loved our cake. It was 2-tier. I didn't want it to be too big because I know at a lot of weddings people don't eat the wedding cake, but ours was almost all finished. It was green inside, it was pandan flavor, which was really good and fluffy. I smashed it in Frank's face, and that's the only taste that he had from it because we didn't really have time to eat dessert. But the cake was actually really good and really pretty. Then we had another game, and it was kind of a screaming contest. Karen's team versus Frank's team. So we had my family and friends behind me. Frank had his family and friends and colleagues behind him. And we just scream on top of our lungs, and that was kind of get the crowd excited for the dance party. So just before the dance party, while everybody was still on the dance floor, we had the bouquet toss, and we wanted to change things up a little bit. So instead of just inviting the single girls, we invited everybody to the dance floor. So old, young, man, women, everybody was invited. And obviously the tallest guy in the room caught the bouquet. Next, it was a dance party. We had some dance off. It was an open bar. We had a photo booth. All the ties that people had came off. People also unbuttoned their shirt and untucked everything. So at that point, we were really having fun. Fun fact, the tequila bottles that we had were finished before the main meals. So you could kind of guess what happened next during the party. People that know me know that I love McDonald's, so obviously I had to Uber some McDonald's at the end of the night. All the burgers got eaten so fast, and the one that I had was just delicious. McDonald's is always better at night with a little bit of alcohol. Then at some point in the night, the DJ played a Rage Against the Machine song, and all the guys kind of did a mosh pit, and it went crazy, but I think people had fun. To finish the night off, we played the song Wonderwall. We all got emotional, sang our heart outs together, and at that point it's 1 a.m. and we were just really tired. POV, it is 2:30 a.m. We're removing all the bobby pins in my head. We're officially husband and wife. We celebrated with all our friends and family and colleagues. And now we're going to bed. Are you happy? We're fried. Good night. See you next time.